Hello and welcome to the heliosblog. My name is Helios, streaming from a hidden bunker somewhere in the West. Today, the whatever podcast, well, it's going to be another mess. I wonder if we'll have a rage quit today.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
Oh,
well, there's plenty.
Oh, please do tell. I'd love to know.
Lordy, Lord.
I'd love
Here
to
we
know.
go.
Is this the part
Unless
where
you
we
want
really
to.
talk about this?
We can talk about
Obviously,
it.
if you don't consent to that question, I can revoke it,
Look,
but I'd love
hey,
to know.
I'm not actually, and my angle on this, I'm not making an actual argument against porn. I am making an argument against men dating women who are involved in sex work.
Indeed.
And there's a couple arguments. First off, if your woman is her work, now I realize some women are involved in sex work and aren't having sex with other men. Yeah, basic standard for men. Don't date women who are fucking other men.
Indeed.
I don't know if that's an extreme take. I think that's a pretty reasonable take for a man to have,
take.
to not be romantically or sexually involved with a woman who's fucking another man.
But what
That's-
if there's no love involved?
Whether it's
I don't care.
Yes, it's all about love, guys.
If there's love, I don't care how much money she's getting paid.
Think about what you're saying. Okay, so you're saying that a guy's wife goes to an office party and like bones the coworker and then goes, but there was no love involved.
Yeah, but there was
And
no
that's
cameras.
just like they're
but there
just
was
fine
no
with
cameras
it?
either, and there was no work involved. They were at the work party, but it wasn't really like they were working.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same
the
thing
same
emotionally.
thing.
You're
Yeah.
saying that the only
Okay,
I don't
so
even know why
let's-
work.
I'm sorry.
means
Please let me
anything.
rephrase my previous statement. If they are doing it with no emotional attachment and there are cameras and it's work.
If they're doing it with no emotional attachment, it means the end count is 50+, which means she's a bad partner anyway. So,
Yeah, why
Why?
is work the distinction?
Because at the end of the day, if there wasn't work, you would be cheating. Yes.
no, it's any possible rationalization, any justification for girls to succeed in their bedroom fun strategy and for guys to lose. That's the idea here.
Why?
Why? Because you're engaging in sexual intercourse with not
The
your
same
partner.
thing you're doing. Why is there a difference if
There
you're
is no
doing it
difference.
with
So
somebody
why
filming
not?
it or not?
It's a difference.
Because it's
What's
a
the
job.
difference?
The difference is one is you doing your job and one is you just having sex with somebody.
So your job is to cheat?
Indeed.
No, your job is to have
exactly.
sex on camera.
And if you're with somebody as a partner, why wouldn't they view that as cheating?
They're just
Well,
you
if I can
generalize
hear-
too much,
They
man.
should.
You
If
generalize
that's in
far too
my
much.
profession, if that's the description of my profession, then how is that cheating? That is a part of my job. It's literally what I'm stepping
What if the
on
description
set
of your
to
pro-
do?
The description of my job is I sleep with people for money. Yup. That's not cheating, guys. It's not cheating.
What if the description of your profession was like
I asked the girl for 25 cents, so I'm not cheating. I did it for money. I didn't do it for love.
I don't know, to murder people.
But-
that was the
but see,
hang
that's
on,
the thing.
stop,
You keep
let
trying
me
to make
finish.
Analogies, and we don't have to make an analogy.
We
for this.
do.
It's cut through.
Well, we do.
No, we don't.
Oh, okay.
No, we really don't.
No. Okay, I'm married and I have 3 children, and I slept with some girl, but I asked her for 25 cents. So I did it for money, not for love. So it's fine. That's not cheating.
No.
Okay, so we just take your word for it?
No, it's not taking my word for it.
Well,
We're
then let me
talking
make an
about a
argument.
specific-
She gave me she gave me money for the car park that we were having in. It's not cheating.
specific
and
topic.
then
We
you
don't
can
have to
respond.
make analogies.
Well,
Okay,
let me make an
let's
argument.
just-
Hold on, let him make his point,
go
and
ahead.
then you
Let
can
me make an
respond.
argument, then you can respond to the argument.
I actually disagree with you on this
If
one.
your
Andrew.
job, if your
But
job,
I'll say why.
if your job was to do something which was considered immoral, let's say in this particular instance, I don't know, murdering somebody for a living or something like this, does somebody else look at that and go, well, you're not murdering people because it's your job? Does that even make sense?
Yeah.
Well, how does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Andrew,
That makes
Hold on,
perfect
let me-
No, soldiers don't murder people. It's just their job. That's not murder.
let me actually.
You
so,
call it murder,
But
I call
hold
it-
on. Let me
hitman?
hold on.
So what
Stop.
about the
Stop.
guy
Stop.
who-
Stop.
No, I'm gonna let you
Stop.
finish.
Literally a hitman.
So Andrew, you're making the argument that it's cheating.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good for your girlfriend to be sleeping with other men, but if you willingly date a woman who does porn and she's disclosed to you and you know and you have knowledge of that she's going to be sleeping with other men, as much as I find that disgusting and repulsive, I don't think it fits the exact definition of cheating, because for me, cheating, there has to be some degree of like...
Why does the guy behind the host look like a mannequin?
Like, you're not privy to... like if you're basically in an open relationship almost. I don't know if it's cheating. I think it's a terrible position for a man to be in, but I don't know if it strictly meets the definition of cheating.
You can
because
still
if,
cheat
for example,
in an open
hold on. For example,
you?
if stop, please. If you were in an open relationship with a woman, for example, and you both had a discussion about it, and she could sleep with other men, and you could sleep with other women, and she slept with another man, would that be cheating?
Mm-hmm. What would make that a relationship?
Indeed.
Well, it'd be an open relationship.
Yeah. What is an open relationship? It's just an immoral set of relationships.
Well,
standards?
I think that's a different
Well,
conversation.
that's my
your
whole.
opinion.
But that's my point.
But that's your opinion.
My-
That's not the.
my
Yeah,
point is to
exactly.
Look at this.
Opinion,
So this is what I'm looking at,
everything
right?
is
Is the
just your
definition. So
opinion,
we're looking at the
man.
definition
Okay.
distinction. So I'm saying, I'm making a moral argument. What he's making is a different argument. He's talking about definitions.
But that's not what we were talking about. We weren't.
But it
talking
is what
about
we're talking about.
morals.
So if you're asking, if you're cheating, right, is that bad?
Yes.
Well, then it's a moral argument. So what you're saying is this isn't cheating, so it's not immoral. So it's a moral argument.
Okay.
I just don't think any man who's confident and has self-respect would want to put himself in a relationship where other men are getting sexual gratification from his girlfriend, his wife.
Exactly true. Finally, we get somebody with a based perspective. A guy with self-respect doesn't get with a girl that sleeps with other guys, obviously.
Whatever it is.
Do you know on set, it's so hard for a man to come. They are not just like whipping it out and having the best time.
Get some help.
I don't even
know
referring
what.
to,
That's such a non sequitur.
sequitur,
How is that
Yeah, I don't understand.
at all related to what she's saying? But go ahead.
I'm not even referring to the men on set. When you make corn on the internet, when you do OF or whatever, other men are getting sexual gratification and jacking off to that content, regardless of if the guy you slept with in the video got hard or enjoyed it or not. Right. And I don't know how any man with self-respect would be with that woman who has multiple men jacking off to their content.
Do you know men jack off to regular pictures on Instagram?
Yes, but they're not created with that
It doesn't
intent.
matter.
If
That
you are
means that they
deliberately
can-
No, I actually agree. And that's why I think Instagram used for that purpose is also degenerate for the same reason. I actually agree with Miss Beluga.
creating content with the intent
the guy in the back looks like a mannequin.
Other men.
Even
so
though he's
it really
a guy.
doesn't matter how you're portraying
does matter.
yourself.
Like a real
in certain
person.
Instances,
Okay.
no, it doesn't.
We
So
can't govern
let me
other
finish my
people's
point,
thoughts.
And then you can
Well,
understand.
you cut me off, but I will let you.
No, you actually.
I will let you finish your
and then
point.
I was
I'll
responding.
pause.
I was responding to your statement.
No, you're actually speaking
You're
over
just
me. but
talking
you can
over
continue.
her like a disrespectful
Are you gonna say the
girl
point?
you are.
I am if you allow me to. Thank you.
Why are you so
like I was
disrespectful?
Saying, you do know that men do jack off to regular pictures, right?
That's why Instagram is
Men
I
also
think you're offended. I think you're offended
No,
that
I'm not offended at
your
all. I'm
Instagram.
asking you. Do you know that that's what they do?
I am aware that men
Okay, then,
jack
so
off to
yes.
animals.
The answer
Okay.
is yes.
Whoa, there you go.
But the answer is yes.
They do.
Right? I'm asking you a question.
Yes,
The
but
answer-
Why you gotta bring
I feel like
animals
you are-
into this? Leave the animals out
Save-
of this conversation.
Save the animals.
going with it, that's
Leave them
all.
out of
Okay,
it.
but I think you're personally taking offense because your
I'm
Instagram
not.
may be very promiscuous to the point where you're creating
not
content
really.
for men to consume in a sexual way.
I mean, if that's what they choose to do, anyway.
But
they could.
No,
I
that
agree
isn't
with
true.
that.
Her
and
only
you can't
point
control-
Her
It's
only
okay,
point
I'm
is
just
that
gonna
they
let her-
still gonna do
I'm
it
gonna
on
let her
regular
finish,
people
'cause it's no
Instagram
point.
as
They're gonna
well.
do it no matter
There's
what.
really no,
So-
you know,
That's basically
you can.
all
And that's why they say that Instagram is the world's biggest dating app, right? Because, again, so why are you advertising yourself to men if you know that men do it, right? Like, that's what men go to consume content on the internet for, right? Like, thirsty men. And you openly not only know it, but encourage it. Anyway.
I was trying to say, like, the one part that she was saying, I was just trying to.
I understand your point.
Yeah, that's all that I was saying.
There's a
I didn't want
complete
to argue with anything
difference.
else.
There's a complete difference between having an OF where you have sex with multiple men, masturbate, whatever, versus having an Instagram account where you post pictures of yourselves picking flowers outside. There's a completely different.
They still coming to you. You're still coming to me.
I understand what you're saying about the intent, but that doesn't have anything to do with what somebody chooses to do regardless.
Yeah, but she's not saying it does.
I don't care.
She's giving.
But that's what I was telling you.
But why does that matter?
What you were saying does.
But she agrees.
That's what I'm saying.
You cannot control what other people do with your
she
content.
agrees with that point.
That's what I'm saying.
You can control the type of content you create.
Absolutely.
And I think
I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
I think depending on the type of content you create online should 100% be a factor if a man has self-respect if he wants to be with you in a romantic relationship.
You see? Yep. Agreed.
That's your opinion.
Agreed.
I don't really know why self-respect has to be involved. Like, can't we just be a little bit less attacking? I would like quite a. Like,
I thought you liked getting offended, though.
Personally. No, but I'm just... Yeah, well, see, I'm being offended, so I'm replying to you. So, yes, I do like being offended, but I think it's something...
Yeah, you're just saying stop shaming me for making bad choices. No, I won't stop, sorry.
Sometimes self-respect's a bit of a jugular. There's going to be people... I don't know if people watch this who are men who have girls... friends, well, words, English, doing well. That's
an ad hominem attack. She's assuming the people that watch this stuff can't get laid. Again, like, you think you're slick by what you're saying, but you're actually not. You're just being more and more disrespectful. You're putting yourself further in the hole, as it were.
Okay, people that watch the show who have girlfriends who do.
Yes.
Well, if you are watching this and you're a man and you're dating a woman who does OnlyFans or porn, and she has videos of herself online having sex with men, my personal advice would be to break up with her post haste. Merci beaucoup.
But why?
In my personal opinion,
it's just like, I think my boyfriends have respect.
Let me. My
you mean your
opinion
two
is
boyfriends? One gets one hole, the other gets the other.
who don't know about each other.
Yeah, they have respect.
They don't have.
Well, hold on, I gotta send an asteroid on that.
But you started the podcast saying after they see this, they'll both probably dump me. Because you know they have enough self-respect to not want to be with someone who does what you're doing.
Yeah, one of them took the hole from the other one.
I don't think they're going to agree with. Oh, sorry. Mine was more. I think they probably aren't going to agree with me. Where I think sharing
having two men.
Right. Yeah, I think that's.
Here's the thing.
This is the most common type of polygamy, by the way, in 2024, which is a girl having multiple guys. It's not guys having multiple girls, actually. Believe it or not, it's extremely rare for a guy to be able to get multiple girls at the same time. It's girls doing this degenerate crap is more common.
Hope that they might just like my job because they know about my job already.
I think it's also I think it's also a value, maybe a difference in value on relationships as well. Like if someone was dating two guys and announced it on a podcast with a ton of subscribers and knew that their boyfriends might see it and they didn't really care, which it doesn't seem like you do. I don't want to make that generalization, but if you're doing this, you don't care, then I don't think that the value in relationships is there to make that call.
Yeah, well, how much can you give a shit about these guys if that's, you know what I mean? That's what she's saying. How much could you possibly actually care about these guys if you're like, well, one has sex with my right hole, the other one with the left. They didn't even know about each other. Let me just let everybody and the whole world know that right now on this podcast.
Well,
it's true.
More people know about it. I've got a fucking massive mouth. I just talk. Sorry, I keep swearing. I do apologize.
You're so vulgar.
So why don't you tell both
I'm
of
so
them
sorry.
about each other?
Hold on, I got.
That's fucking disgusting.
I am so sorry.
Back to the topic of cheating. I think like certain acts are obviously.
I wonder what kind of mental illness you have to have, right, to be that vulgar and masculine, right? Like, how bad does it have to be, you know? Anyway, like, what level of mental illness is required?
cheating. If you do them with emotion or without emotion, it's still cheating.
Yep.
I agree.
Well, if
You can be emotionless and like cheat on your significant
Here's
other.
some
and
more
not,
reasons why I don't think that men should date women who do porn and OnlyFans. Listen, you guys are wonderful women. You know, I've got the opportunity to meet you and talk to you.
Not you, Malik.
No, I was just going to say, can you include the fact when you say men with
Not you.
self-respect?
No, we're just gonna say men.
Even
because
you know what?
That's your opinion.
You know what? Even men who don't have self-respect, I
Still
encourage you
shouldn't do it.
from just a practical and pragmatic position to not date women who do sex work because one, you're opening yourself up to a greater likelihood of getting an STD.
Yup.
Yes.
Yup.
Yes, it's true.
Without a doubt.
That's literally a very false statement. We have to
It's-
get
No,
this
it's
in
not.
every 14 days.
Congratulations. So, question, between those 14 days, do you wait until you get your STD test to have sexual intercourse with your partner?
No.
Probably not.
Well, we have to both
Oh.
bring certs to the...
Can you kindly speak into the mic?
Sorry. We both bring certs to...
You can scoot into the table so it's a little easier.
So we both have to bring certs. So I'd have to bring certs, and the person on set would also have to bring
On set? What about your boyfriend?
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So then,
So
what happens if
If
the
he's cheating
what if
on
the
me-
test gets a negative, a false negative? Or what if the test, I don't know how it is in the UK, but in the US, they aren't testing, at least if you're like shooting in the Los Angeles, what is it, San Fernando Valley? My understanding of the adult entertainment industry in the United States, you don't have to check for HPV and you don't have to check for herpes.
Oh, well. Those are like the most common.
What? Why you?
That's your understanding of the adult industry.
It's not just my understanding, it's
I
a
don't
fact.
know
It's
what
not
they
a
do
fact everywhere.
because everybody is not underneath a mainstream porn.
Okay.
Some of us do our own private. So when somebody comes to me, yeah, you have to have updated paperwork. Just like I'm bringing you 7 weeks. I went down to such and such and got my paperwork.
How
You
often?
should be-
How often do you two?
I
get-
mean, I have only 2 content partners.
Okay.
One was previously, and then I have one now. So
Cool.
whenever I switch to a new content partner,
I'm not cheating on you. He's my content partner.
Sure.
which is the guy, I was having sex with, doing him.
He's my
And then
work
the other
husband.
one that I was doing, my I don't know. Can I see that word, bitch?
Yeah, you can say
Oh,
that.
okay. When I have my bitch boy or whatever, when we do it, the other guy is him. So I have the clean paperwork. So it's not the same with everybody else, which, your
That's
understanding
just called
is. But with
solipsism.
mine, I want to see that. I want to see you don't have herpes and you don't have HIV.
Yeah, but
That's called solipsism. You assume that because you do it a certain way, that's the way that that is the industry standard. I'm afraid not.
I'm just saying it's like
you have to
wait.
request for those.
Yeah, you have to request.
Like
Okay,
you were
but
saying.
so how many scenes have you done? Like you do traditional porn, correct? No?
Not yet.
Or you're doing like
It's-
OF shit?
I do OF, but I'm
Okay.
going into mainstream, yeah.
Okay, so
Can I jump in here?
who? Sorry?
Can I jump in here?
Okay, go ahead.
So I
Yeah.
personally know someone who, one of their close friends, they make OF content, and they were doing scenes with other people, and they contracted HIV.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
And
there
this
you
was
go.
just about a week or two ago.
Uh-oh.
Because
Rip.
OF is not a professional industry. It's
That's
not
what I
held to
was just about
professional
to say.
standards. And a lot of these people are doing collaborations. They're doing scenes together, and they're not
But even if
being
it
health
was-
conscious
That's
at
what I
all.
was
It's
just
really
about to
simple,
ask you.
right? The more sex partners you have, the more prone you're going to be to have an STD. It's that
Yeah.
simple. It's not any more
The
complex than
easier
that.
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the truth. Nobody's. I'm not trying to refute that it's easy. The more people you have sex with, it's easier to get. But that's not the same thing for a lot of people who are out here on a day-to-day basis and don't even get checked because they think that their partner
But
is
the
one
exception,
is done.
but the exception
It's
proves
always
the
an
rule
exception.
in this case.
There
Right?
is
No.
always.
The exception proves the rule. So it's like, yeah, there's times where women who have sex with many partners may never get any type of STD. But you agree with me that the more sex partners you have, the more likely it's going to be, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So
just
that's
like-
going to be.
I mean, but that's
But what
just
I'm
with
telling you
anybody.
that
Right,
there-
that's
there's
right.
a
It's
lot
the
of
same thing
people-
if
for you to have
It's the same thing with like
partners and
if
be
you're a
like-
construction
Solipsism
worker,
again.
the chances that you get a constructed related injury going to be way higher just because of the field that you're in. So that's
But
what
it's
he's saying is
like
like your
wearing- it's
chances
like
of
wearing a
getting an
hard hat,
STD
though.
are a lot higher
It's
if
like-
your woman is having sex with lots of men.
I mean, I agree with you.
It's like
I'm
wearing
not
a hard hat,
disagreeing.
though. So, like, if you wear a hard hat, you're less likely to hurt yourself. That's why we turn up with certs.
But you're
but still the injuries are much higher.
still are.
So we're protecting ourselves.
Yeah,
And-
sure, you can mitigate risk, but it's still more risky.
Yep.
That's the point.
Well, I mean, it's the truth.
And you can also protect yourself and only have 1 or 2 content partners, but you also don't know, honestly, like who else they're sleeping with.
Unless they bring it. And then sometimes.
Which is why I agree with the whole, like, I agree with the fact with like, OF, it's, like, so much different. Like, it is a lot less professional.
I have a question for you that just occurred to me. Now I'm just curious.
Yeah.
If you had HPV, could you have it in one of your reproductive organs and not in the other one?
No, I think you'd have to have it in both. But on that point, I get tested for that every time, by the way. In the
Both?
UK, you
For
have to
both
get
holes?
tested. I have to swab both, yeah.
So could you, in theory?
I don't think so, because there's, like, it's like, maybe, but I don't think so. I did.
So, like, could you have hole-specific STDs?
I don't know. Like, when I first went for my STD test, like when I first found out, I was like, do I need 2 swabs? And the lady was like, no, just put it in one and take it out and put it in the other.
Did you lose your virginity twice?
I did. I think so.
I don't think that's how that would work.
Oh, well, I kind of think I did, because I did the whole, like, I felt like I broke my hymen twice, just fact.
Okay, so, I mean, going back to my original point of just my advice to men not dating sex workers or women who do porn, especially porn with other men, aside from just the STD risk, there's just also the reputational concerns. So your family may frown upon it, your friends may frown upon it. There could be consequences for your children down the line. If you choose to have children, they could potentially or very well likely be bullied, because I feel like I'm starting to talk like Andrew here. You're
It's true.
No,
You
just
are.
the
same
you know,
plot-
the kids
plot points,
could
the
get
same talking
bullied,
points.
and also it's just
it's a good change, by the way. It's a good change.
Yeah,
No, it's funny you said that, because I watched your previous, shows, and that's the reason I came, because I thought you didn't do this kind of stuff. But now, like, I didn't think that it would be like so much. I thought it would be like more calm and cool and just us like having like a little conversation. I didn't think it was.
It is calm. You're just making bad decisions.
Going to be us versus
and getting cold on
these
it.
people, and I didn't think it was gonna,
What? What do you mean these
I think
people?
we're all very
What do you mean?
differently
That
opinionated.
side of the table.
Everybody on that
It,
side of the
it does
table.
happen
So,
to have a split.
As you stated earlier, our side versus your side.
Yeah.
I
And
said
you did say
I was
that, so-
referring
Oh, okay.
geographically.
so
Right,
I was
but
just
you
saying
kinda
like.
No, I really didn't.
But
I'd
I want
say
to finish
that's an
saying what I was
inference.
saying,
Just a little
please.
bit.
But yeah,
I like how everybody's talking over everybody.
so what I'm saying is, when you said that about the Adam, because I really,
So whose side of the table do you think is smarter?
Wait,
though?
let her. Hold on.
girl, let me shut my mouth.
Just here. Go ahead. Go
What's
ahead.
your IQ?
Make.
No, stop, but
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's 11. Oh,
It's
yeah.
150. I said.
It's 11.
11 is just came on the table and asked what degrees
All
we
right.
have.
Okay.
Yes, degrees equals intelligence, guys.
Anyways, but yeah.
Can we get security
I
over
just
here?
did but from the other videos though, from the other videos, that's really why I sent you a message, because I'm like, okay, he seems like a cool podcast to go on.
Oh wait! After I just said what I said, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not cool.
now
anymore.
that you. No, I thought you were when I seen it, but now
now
that I'm here and the conversation is kind of going like, oh.
Yeah, you feel like you're being judged, which you should be for your terrible choices, and you feel attacked, and so you feel bad.
OnlyFans girls is this, don't do this, don't, it just seems off from what.
Off? What do you mean?
Like from what you used to do,
Used to do
like
what?
on your podcast, which is
I mean, this is
whatever,
kind of the bread and butter
on
a
your
little bit.
Instagram. The clips that you have on your Instagram is not putting us down, basically. It more so seemed kind of upbeat. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
it's
okay.
a little
This
different.
doesn't seem like it's that contentious.
Yeah,
this is.
Yeah, to be fair, one of my favorite clips is
Wait,
when
but okay, here. Let me ask you.
Downplaying what we do.
No, I'm not downplaying.
But just to act like
I'm not
we're
downplaying what you
idiots
do.
who's smarter, and that's from her. Not
I didn't.
you.
I didn't say that.
That was her. But just
disavow.
To say,
I disavow. I disavow her statement. but-
that was sarcasm. Sorry if you didn't pick up on
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
So.
I'm too stupid. Remember?
I think
All right.
a little bit.
Why don't you guys kiss
I
and
know
make
you
up,
think
okay?
that, but the way your makeup looks, yeah.
All right, so
Personal attacks, guys.
okay,
Ad hominems,
so,
guys.
I invite OnlyFans girls and porn stars or whatever on the show all the time. I don't have a major issue with them as I don't have a major issue with you guys as people, as persons. I really actually don't even object that much totally to the work you do. I have perhaps some objections, but when it comes to dating, specifically dating, I think it's a very whether it's me or other men, I think it's a very suboptimal move to date a woman who does porn or who does OnlyFans.
Dating or relationships? Because dating
Both.
is kind of like you go out.
Even casual sex, I would say. Yeah.
You wouldn't say?
Well, I have a very,
Risk
maybe
is
my
very
standards
high.
are too high on this.
Maybe.
A woman, like for example, the body count thing that came up earlier. Some guys standard is, well, if a girl has a high body count, I'll still have sex with her, but I'll never take her serious in a long-term relationship.
Right. Yep.
My standard is, and this is my recommendation for men who are watching, if she has a high body count, she doesn't get anything. She doesn't get casual sex, even. You might think, well, she's the ideal woman to have casual sex with.
No.
Well, one, I'm not in favor of men having one-time casual sex with a woman.
Yep,
But to
it's
me,
true.
even if I was inclined to have a one-night stand or have casual sex, I would still prefer her body count to be low. I'd prefer her to be a virgin even for
And
a
I
one-night
believe
stand.
that because this is really a societal norm. You know, guys want somebody who's fresh out. You know, who doesn't have penis. I get that, but at the same
It's not a societal norm. That is a biological norm. That's a choice that men have trouble controlling because the reason why the bedroom fun is happening at all is for reproduction, and girls that sleep with multiple guys are a bad bet for paternity, and so men don't want to be with them. Biologically speaking, they have a disgust response to high end count, similar to high body weight. All right, let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all the notifications, drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian L, Tom M, Bobby, Dylan, Renaissance Press, Brian, Andrew, and Alan M. Shoutouts to you, most recent purchaser of Strategist Guide to Seduction. Thank you. My books can be bought at bit.ly/heliosbooks. Go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/theheliosblog. Want me to help you out? Well, I can. Just message me on my email. That's theheliosblog@gmail.com, and I'll slot you right in. Thank you so much for listening, guys, especially if you got to the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say this, just, all of you that have supported me with donations and buying my book and stuff, I really do appreciate it, guys. Like, it really is people like you that, encourage me to continue. Thank you so much. All right, bye-bye.